Hello, I'm James Hand, the Lone Star Dog Trainer here in Central Texas, to show you the Garmin Pro 550. This is the flagship e-collar from Garmin. It is the professional level unit that trainers use on a daily basis. It is a tube controller, unlike all of the other electronic collars. It is perfect to use right-handed or left-handed. So for the lefties out there, we finally made one for you. It has a 1 mile range. It can control up to 3 dogs, so it's expandable. It will come with 1 receiver, but you can add a second or third receiver to it. It has continuous stimulation, momentary stimulation, vibration, tone, and an auxiliary light feature. The collar itself is completely analog. It is a no-look collar that has a dial to select your level. It has a tone button, that's what the green button is for. Toggle switches to select between dog black, red, and blue, or 1, 2, and 3. And a second toggle switch to go from momentary stimulation to auxiliary for your lights to continuous. What is unique about the Pro 550 is that on any given level, there are 7 graduated positions on the dial. On any given level, you actually have 3 positions to use. So in position 1, I have a 1 low, 1 medium. If I press them both together, a 1 high. The same if I change to level 2, I have 2 low, 2 medium, 2 high. So although the dial has only 7 positions, you in fact have 21 levels of stimulation. It is completely waterproof to IPX7 standards, and it is extremely reliable and very durable. In order to use the collar, you'll select the receiver that came with it will be paired on color black. The receiver itself is called the PT10. The PT10 is exclusive to the Pro 550. To turn the receiver on, in front of the right contact point is a rubber plug. That detent, you'll press it, you'll hear 2 beeps, and then let go. Every 3 to 5 seconds, the light's going to flash green to let you know, 1, the status of the battery, green, being fully charged, and 2, that the device is in fact on. So you'll see that double flash every 3 to 5 seconds. To turn it off, you're going to press that rubber detent until you see the red light, let go, you'll hear 1 beep that indicates that the receiver is now off. Turning it back on, press the rubber detent. So when I'm in the black position, I can use tone. If I take my dial to the counterclockwise position, you'll see that it's on letter V. V is vibration, so if I press, then the collar itself vibrates. In order to use it as a training collar, I can select levels 1 through level 7. And again, I can use level 1 low, level 1 medium, level 1 high, without ever having to adjust the dial. Pro 550 comes with lithium polymer batteries. They are completely rechargeable, and your device will come with a charging cable that has a splitter built into it. On the back side of your Pro 550 transmitter, there's going to be a rubber flap. Lift the rubber flap, it exposes the mini USB port. I'll take the open-ended USB, plug it in. When it's plugged in, the indicator window is going to turn red. That lets you know that the device is in fact charging. On the PT10 receiver, I'm going to flip it over. You're going to see 4 gold plates. On the docking station, or the charging clip, you're going to have 4 gold pins. As you install it, you'll read Garmin, correct side up, go from top to bottom. It will snap in. When you look at the front, the window will turn red, representing this charging. When it's fully charged, the window will turn green. It generally goes from empty to full in 2 hours or less. The battery life is rated for 4 to 6 days of continuous use, but if you use it intermittently, shut it off when you're not using it, the battery will in fact last longer. The Pro 550 comes with the PT10 receiver. The PT10 receiver has the additional capability of bark limiter. Bark limiter is a feature that has 18 levels of stimulation used to deter barking. In order to put it into bark mode, you have to first turn the receiver on. You'll hear the 2 audible beeps. Now what we're going to do is in front of the right contact point, we're going to press and hold the power button until the light goes from green to red to blue. When it turns blue, I'm going to release, and you're going to hear 3 audible beeps. That puts it into bark mode. Demonstration, press and hold the power button, goes to red, then blue, 3 audible beeps. Now instead of flashing twice every 3 to 5 seconds while it's in training mode, it's going to flash once every 7 to 9 seconds to show that it's in bark control mode, or bark limiter function. The bark limiter function will increase in 2s until it stops the dog. So we start at the low level, increase by 2, increase by 2, increase by 2 until it stops the dog. 2 to 5 minutes of stopping, then the collar will start to lower itself back down to 50% of the level that stopped the dog. So if it rises to level 10, 5 minutes later past, the dog hasn't barked, it will lower itself down to level 5. If the dog starts barking again, it starts at level 5 and works its way back up until the level that stops the dog. In order to shut the bark limiter feature off and go back into training mode, you must shut the device off. I'll press and hold the power button, the light will turn red, I will release the power button, and then 1 second later I'm going to hear an audible beep. Demonstration. Red, release, 1 beep. That shuts the unit off and it zeroes the bark limiter feature out. It has no memory, so once I turn it back on, it automatically by default goes into training mode. Turn it on, and every 3 to 5 seconds you're going to see the light flash twice. Now there are 4 colors of lights on this receiver: green, red, blue, and yellow. Green represents the battery is fully charged. Yellow represents that you have 2 to 5 hours of charge remaining. Red means that you're turning the device off. Blue means that you're putting into the bark limiter feature. Another feature that the Garmin Pro 550 has is the use of external lights. In order to use the lights properly, all you have to do is ensure that the receiver is on. You'll know the receiver is on because it's blinking green every 3 to 5 seconds. I'm going to switch the bottom toggle position into the A slot or auxiliary. Then I'm going to press the medium detent and the lights will turn on. In order to turn the lights off, I press the low detent, turning the lights off. If I want to use it as a training collar, I then switch back into continuous or momentary. So again, I want to turn them on. I'm in the auxiliary position. I press the medium detent, turns the lights on. I press the low detent, it turns the lights off. I go back into continuous or momentary to use it as a training collar. Now the Pro 550 is going to come with one PT10 receiver. It will come pre-installed with the small contact points, which are perfect for smooth-coated dogs like Vizslas, Weimaraners, Great Danes, American Pit Bull Terriers, smooth-coated Labradors. It also comes with a set of long contact points that are ideal for dogs like German Shepherds, Border Collies, Australian Shepherds, and other long-coated breeds. In order to change the contact points, you'll use the supplied wrench, rotate counterclockwise, remove the small points, and then simply insert the long points. Take the wrench, small tighten, turn to tighten, you're good to go. So once you have the correct contact points installed, you have to place it on the dog's neck. The dog's neck is trapezoidal in nature, so we're going to go high up on the neck so that it doesn't slide down. And we're going to place it anywhere from base of the ear and anywhere between, to include directly over the throat, to base of the other ear. Every 2 to 3 hours we're going to rotate it from position 1 to position 2, position 3, or any of the 3 to keep the dog comfortable. To fit the collar on properly, we actually need a dog. So, Rogue, place. So, place the strap high up on the neck, take the slack out, find the right hole. I'm going to check with 2 fingers 180 degrees away from where the collar is positioned on the dog. I should have a little bit of tension. I'm going to take these 2 fingers, slide them between the dog's skin and the contact points. If I remove and it springs back and touches, then it's correctly. If I can hear the dog exhale, then it's a little bit too tight. I'm going to loosen the strap so it is more comfortable to the dog. I can trim any of the excess cord off so it's not flapping around touching my dog's ear, or you can simply roll it back under and tuck. Look, good. Right there. So again, I can slide my fingers underneath, check. I pull my fingers away, it snaps back to the dog. Every 2 to 3 hours, I'm going to rotate it. Position 1, position 2, position 3, for up to 8 hours a day. And that is the Garmin Pro 550, the flagship collar of Garmin.